Motherfucker, I did it again. Why does it do that? Also, I started stream and I started moving like the chair and the desk around and everything, and I looked up and I saw this was on and I was like, fuck, I did it again. You know what it is? You know what it is? So when hold on. That was loud. Hold on. There. When I, in the morning, turn my computer on, and then I play Overwatch, and then I leave to go to the gym, and then I come back and I shower, and I get ready, and then I eat. Also may have forgotten to eat, but I ate chips and salsa before stream, because today's a mini chonk, and so I figured I could last. Also too, though, we'll get to it in a minute. Anyway, but my computer, does y'all's computer do this? Mine turns off. Like the lights are still kind of on, but it just turns off. Ever since I got like the new Windows, it just turns off. If it's idle, it doesn't go into idle mode. It just turns off. So I have to go press the button, and then everything boots up. Why does it do that? I have tried everything to make that not happen, and it just keeps doing it. And it's so if I leave mine for like an hour, and I come back, it's all like screens are dark, computer lights are on, but it's dark. I have looked for every setting. It is driving me insane. Anyway, I've turned off all the other sleep settings. I've done everything. It's really fucking annoying. So I have been on the new birth control pill for like 4 days. 5 days? 4 days. And I don't know if these are real side effects or what. Let's just say I may have nearly fainted a couple of times. I have no appetite, which also may go hand in hand with the fainting. Like 2 days ago, I got like sparkly vision, blue sparkly vision. And I was like, oh, I think I just stood up too fast. So I sat back down, and then I was like, okay, I can get up. So I got up again. And it was like even more blue sparkly vision. And I was like, oh my God. And Thor was screaming at me. So I sat down on the ground and he climbed to my lap so I wouldn't get back up. And I was like, fair enough. Don't know why that's happening. But also, like I said, I haven't really been eating because I have no appetite. I'm trying to, you know, like I'll try to eat something. But like I literally just don't feel hunger. Like, normally, you know, I'm like, oh, I forgot to eat. But that's like I forgot. Like, this is like, I know I need to eat, but I have no hunger. I don't know if it's withdrawal from the other, because I just switched instantly. The other birth control, I didn't have any side effects whatsoever. This one, I just have like a gut feeling that I'm going to have side effects. But you know what's so fucked up? You know what's so fucked up? It is going to take 3 months for my body to get used to this pill in order to be like, oh yeah, you need to stop taking this if you're having these side effects. 3 months. Isn't that insane? So I have to be on this shitty ass pill for 3 months for my body to get used to it. Anyway, I tried to have a weekend. It didn't really have a weekend. I was busy Monday. Busy Tuesday. Wednesday, I tried, but it's like I had to catch up. I had to clean everything. And I tried cleaning everything too on Tuesday. But then Wednesday I had to clean everything. Then I had to... We no longer have the Mer Panda. The Mer Panda was finally bought. So then I had to go to my P.O. box and ship it. Look at all the candies. And it took an hour because they had one guy working. And the line was so long. And I waited, and then I got to the front. And he's like, oh, you have to fill this out. And so I had to fill out a form. And I thought that maybe I would be able to go back to the front of the line. But no, I had to go back to the end of the line. So I was waiting forever. What else? I had to get gas. Oh, did I tell y'all too that yeah. So remember a week ago I broke a bracket? I had to drive all the way there. I left at an adequate time and I kept checking the time. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to get there. They called me because I was late. Like, not like oh, she's 5 minutes late. I was late. And I tried calling them, but they weren't answering. So then they called me. It was a bad traffic or normal. I don't know. I have no idea. However, I will tell y'all something. You know how I have like a weird gut feeling? Anyway, okay, hold on. I swear to God, I have a sixth sense. I don't know how. And it's really frustrating because I also have anxiety and OCD and agoraphobia, so just bear with me. But there's a handful of things where I just feel it in my gut, and my gut was right. So anyway, I left at an adequate time. They called me. They're like, "Hey," I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I'm on the way. I'm so sorry. There's so much traffic." They're like, "Okay." Anyway, so though I say, "Oh, thank you." I half-assed tried it, and here we are. So I was driving, and then it was telling me that I needed to go to the next exit, but something in my gut was saying, take this exit, take this exit. And so I was like, yeah, I'll take this exit, sure. And as I took that exit, I hit every single red light, and I'm like, this is so fucking bullshit. I'm like, why would I listen to my gut? Why would I listen to my gut? And, so I go in, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. They're like, it's okay, come on in. So I went in, they glued the fuck out of that bracket. When I tell you there is glue, like, sticking, poking out, it should be on there for the rest of eternity. And like I said, I went in and he's like, hello, Caitlin. And I was like, hey. Like, he probably was so unhappy that I was late. But it wasn't my fault, and they know I live, quite a far distance. And I left early, and I've never been late before. Oh, I was just so annoyed. Anyway, but I was flossing. Like, I needed to say how it broke. Because I'm not a fuck ass out here chewing gum or eating taffy or eating some like caramel. I love caramel, and I'm not even eating hard things still. Except for today, I ate chips. That's as hard as it gets is chips. Time your gut was wrong. Oh, you think the story is over? Wrong. So anyway, they fixed the bracket. And then it takes them like maybe 10 minutes, and then I'm out of there. What bracket is this? Down over here. It's the one behind, so like canine, and then over here. I don't know the numbers of teeth. So anyway, I get back on the highway, and I take the exit that it wanted me to exit off of, and there was a car that had exploded and was on fire. And I would have, yeah. If I had took that exit, I either would have been caught in the crossfire, or maybe I would have seen it happen, or, whatever reason. It was like billowing a crazy amount of smoke. And I was like, oh, okay. Also, speaking of, so it's making me anxious just talking about it, but I cannot even describe to you. I went to a restaurant with the cup and the bird, and I got there early, and I was waiting on them to get there because I was like, the cup's last day before I got put back in the cabinet, and so he's like, let's go to this restaurant. And I was like, okay, I'll meet y'all there. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm like, God, I have to pee. God, I have to pee. I was like, I have to pee so bad. And I knew I should have gone because right before I left my house, I was like, I should go now. And my brain's like, you're overthinking it. Just use the bathroom at the restaurant. It's fine. Just use the bathroom. I'm like, oh, you're right. It's fine. So then I'm at the restaurant, and they finally get there, and I put us on like the wait list, and I was like, I'll be right back. I have to pee so bad. So then as I'm walking towards the bathroom, it felt like, that episode of SpongeBob where they're in like SpongeBob's brain or something, and there's like red sirens going everywhere, and all the SpongeBobs are running around with papers, and they're like, ah! That's how I felt on the inside. Everything inside of me was like, do not go in that bathroom. And I was like, I have to pee. I'm like, you're being ridiculous. So I go in the bathroom, and at first I think all the stalls are taken, and there's only 2. And so, because I can hear people like shuffling around and kind of chatting in like the big stall. And I kind of look under, and then I see no one's in the other stall. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go pee. So I walk in, and I get the little toilet seat cover, and I put it down, and then I hear a funny noise, and I was like, and instantly my gut was like, Kate, fucking leave. And I was like, I have to pee so bad. And I'm like, I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. So I sit down and I hear a little girl go, you did it! Yay! And I was like, okay, maybe, mom peed or something. I finished peeing, and then I was like, okay, and finishing up, and then the gags start happening and the coughing. And then I realized what was happening. And when I tell you, I blacked out. The next thing I knew, I was rushing through. I don't think I flushed. I didn't wash my hands. I'm sorry. I didn't even buckle or zip my jeans. I pulled them up, but I didn't even buckle them. And I ran up to Kiwi and Nate, and I don't know, something was on my face because they looked at me and then they were like, "What? What happened?" And I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. And they're like, what happened? What happened? And I was like, I looked down, I'm like, oh shit. So I was like buckling, and I was like getting my hand sanitizer, and I was like, lady was throwing up in the bathroom. A lady was throwing up in the bathroom. And they're like, okay, we can leave. And I was like, no, it would be stupid. It'd be stupid if we left. Like, we just got here and we're next on the list. Like, it'd be stupid. But, and so I was sitting there like, because the thing about me, right, is when I'm trying to calm myself down, this is not going to be good. Whenever I'm like super anxious and like, I don't know, like having an anxiety attack, I start picking at my skin. It's like a pain stim because it helps ground me, but it's not like, it doesn't leave anything, Like if I just start picking at my skin, to kind of like think like, okay, I feel pain here. This is good. Like I can, focus on the pain instead of focusing my head. Cause it just, even now, the sounds are just repeating in my head. And I tell y'all, I cannot handle it. Even now, I'm feeling lightheaded. May also be due to the pill. But anyway, that was not fun. And it may have set me back a little bit with my agoraphobia because I didn't listen to my gut feeling. And I was like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's just a bathroom. You'll be fine. But then, on the other hand, I'm like, okay, Kate, it wasn't you. You were not throwing up. It's okay. It was not you. You didn't see it. You didn't it could have been worse. Like, it could have been even worse sounds, because the thing is I couldn't really tell what was going on in the first place, because it was, she was trying to be quiet. And so, which also too, insane. I don't know how you can quietly do that. But anyway, I can feel my heart right now. So, yesterday I spent the whole day doing laundry because I had a lot of laundry. You can never really do it. I know. And also too, the kid being like, you did it, yay! Because I was like, why does the mom need to be congratulated on peeing? And then, anyway, okay. I don't know. Okay. So, this is really stupid, but bear with me. So y'all know about, where do I even start with it? I love The Sims. Alright? I have been a big Sims player just my whole existence of shocker. Shut up. Okay, so listen. When I was 13, I had my first love. Sorry. I got the Sims for GameCube, and I was obsessed. And then I got Sims 2, even more obsessed. And then I got Sims for PlayStation, where you were trapped on an island or something. And then I think there was a Sims Me game where you had little chubby Sims. I don't know. I love The Sims. And Sims 3 was the best. I would play The Sims on my MacBook somehow. Hold that thought, okay? Let me get there. Damn. So anyway, Sims 4 came out, and I was like, I don't really, it's not as good as Sims 3, but it's still good. It's not Sims Medieval, oh my god, I wish that they did more with it, but like I loved The Sims Medieval, right? So then, Sims 4 came out and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's not great, but like it's fine. Like so I played the shit out of Sims 4 and then I got mods. So kind of want a lot of mods, whatever. And you find mods and you just play the game and you find like new hair mods, new clothes mods, penis mods, sorry. It was funny. It was funny. I thought it was funny. I got massive boo balls, so they were walking around like. I thought it was funny. Anyway, to be fair, I did get a lot of other because like there was little things in the game that I thought it was missing. Like I wish that you could like if you had like a partner, I wish you could like click on the couch and be like cuddle, but they didn't have things like that. And they didn't have like a height changer, and they said no to Wither's Big Naturals. I don't play Wicked Whims on stream, okay? I don't have to explain myself if I boot up stream and I'm like, uh-oh, why does Silas have a bear pee-pee, I thought that belonged to Halcyon. Anyway, I don't have that, by the way. I just was trying to make up something. Look at my Astarian shirt. Isn't it cool? Anyway, so, point in the story. For years, I have been hearing about this game called Paralives. Because the thing is, EA bought Sims and has made Sims hell. They have DLCs that are all kind of dookie and they're like $25. Sometimes I do get them though because like I said, I love The Sims. But Paralives, I've been hearing about Paralives for years. I remember when I first heard of it, I think it was like I want to say 3. It's been a long fucking time. And I was like, I'm not going to look into it. I don't want to get my hopes up. They just dropped early access. And I've been seeing a handful of it on TikTok. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to get it. I have all of them? That's crazy. Yeah, I would only buy them if they're on sale. Because, like, you cannot... $25 to me in my head is like an entire game still. You cannot convince me $80 for a game is normal unless that game is Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, I feel like, is the only game I have experienced that I'm like, you know what? That is a fair price. Which I don't even think it is $80. Anyway, so I played a little bit of Paralives yesterday, and I thought the character creation was immaculate. I thought it was very good. The gameplay, because I debated streaming it, but the problem is like I know I streamed Sims for like a hot minute, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. But it's just recently released, and I wanted to try it out first. It is a little clunky, in my opinion. I'm still figuring out what is going on in the game. But overall, I feel like they see if I would like it. I can full powered. What? Has a section on Twitch. It just dropped. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? Totoro? Are you talking about Totoro? I felt like I was having a stroke. For starters, this is blue. Oh my god. I reread that like 4 times. Oh my god. Why did none of you shits tell me? Go to my Twitch Instagram right now. Why did none of you tell me that stupid Overwatch clip? Because listen, on TikTok, it got like, 500 views? Yeah! Okay, so I uploaded on TikTok today, and then I went to Instagram, and when I opened my Instagram page, I went like this. Like, I did the whole, I shit you not. I pinky promise. I shook my head and blinked. There was a K. There's a K after that. And I was like, what the fuck? I checked YouTube and nothing. Oh, I may have forgotten. I may have forgotten to put it on YouTube. But, like, I was like, what the like, I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. Also, someone in there is like, oh my god, I was your Malga. I highly doubt you were my Malga, brother. I highly doubt you were my Malga. Like, what are the odds of that? You know? And also, real, whatever they, I don't know. I just call everything TikToks. TikTok. Did you watch my TikTok on Instagram? But anyway, that made me laugh so much. Because when I typed in the chat, and I was like, I was just trying to say hello. They were like, you scared the shit out of me. I'm so sorry. They also, too, they died right after that because the Malga shot them. But, it also was a crazy, the Jessica Melee edit. When I was editing it, I was like, how do I edit this to be quick and TikTok fast and funny? You know? I also, like, what cracked me up was the Spider-Man, the Spider-Man da-da-da-da-da. Because, like, I've seen so many people do that on, like, TikTok, and I was like, man, I want to be able to make videos like that. I was gonna do the Among Us sus sound, but I just kept hearing the Spider-Man in my head, so I was like, I gotta do that one. But like, when I was editing, I'm like, how do I edit this? Like, do I edit it from my perspective and then their perspective, or do I, like, split it? And so I split it, and then when it was, like, when she ulted me, I thought it'd be funny if I, like, cut it right off. But when I rewatched that from her point of view, it was so fucking funny. Because you can see, like, her get scared. Anyway, I say her because it was probably a man. He said if it was a woman, she would have said hi to me. Anyway, I've hit fear-olds like that so often. I play too much Mercy. I don't really get to do that too much. I was gonna say something else and I forgot. Well. What have you guys been up to? Cup is home. So, oh, Paralives? Well, I was just saying that I played a little bit of it last night. I don't know. So you know how the Life is Strange, it kind of has that, like, comic book look? That's what Paralives kind of looks like. Hello. And I like it so far. Any of your thought on that? I don't know if I probably didn't, but, and my brain just goes, hey, you know? But overall, you know, I think my biggest issue with it right now, so it's basically kind of open world, which is crazy. It's not open world, but it's like The Sims 3 when, I don't know if y'all ever played The Sims 3, where it's the world was like this big. And say there was a shop here, and a gym here, and then, like, I don't know, Marco's house, and then Amelia's house, and then the grocery store, and you could, like, walk everywhere. Whereas, like, in The Sims 2 and The Sims 4, you have to, like, click to leave, and it's, like, loading screen. Paralives is, like, this massive town, and you can walk around in it all over the place. Which is cool. And then when you want to go into a building, you know, I think you can. I haven't done that yet. Which, also, too, I think the coolest thing about Paralives is you can edit anything. Like, you know how The Sims is, like, block by block, like, oh, you can only move it like this? Paralives, you can move it anywhere. If y'all want me to stream it, I can. I haven't... Okay, so the number one thing I hate the most is the overview camera placement. Like, you know how when you're Sims, you click on your Sim, you can, like, rotate to, like, look, and it, like, rotates everything? The one in Paralives is so sensitive. And so if I, like, try to turn, it's like, and I'm like, whoa. And then, like, if I try to, like, see what they call them paras. See what my para is doing, then it's like, oh, you want to go up a level? You know? So I think also too they've said like, hey, we're gonna have a lot of bugs. Okay, just like let us know because it's also make it slower. I haven't looked. It was just something where I was like, I think I just gotta slow down because I'm so used to the Sims where you're like trying to drag it to like lift up. That and also too, this is the other thing that I hate. I don't know if it's because it's just my para that's this happening to. My girl goes to work and twice she's at work and then gets sick at work. Not like yeah sick, but like it'll be like oh your para has a virus, and I'm like my para washes her hands. What do you mean she has a virus? Um, and I've only played 7 days in game days, and she's gotten sick for 2 of them, and I'm like so I don't know if like that's a bug where they're gonna have to fix it because you're, or if it's because they're like a baby in the world. She's not a baby. She's a full grown adult. Um, sounds like a bug. It may be. Oh, a bug because it's okay. Anyway, the dilemma. So here's my thought process. I would like to do painting. I think we will do today, tomorrow, Saturday. When is June 1st? Oh, that's the other thing. I am still currently part of the Partner Plus until June 1st. Monday? Okay, cool. So the rest of our normal stream days, we will be painting like normal. So here's the problem, right? Because have I said how much I make on Twitch? It's not a whole lot. I don't think so. Let's just, okay, if I were to say ocho, I make like $800 on Twitch. It's not anything like crazy, but it'll pay groceries for the month. A month, yep. I don't get paid a whole lot on Twitch. But what's crazy is like that's with the Partner Plus program. What, did y'all think I was making more? I used to. During the COVID time. Kinda. COVID was bad, but my views were more up, and when the views are more up, you get more, like, people watching, and then the ads are more, But anyway, Twitch sucks for making money? Yeah. Unless you have, like, a lot of subs, and you get, like, a lot of... I also, too, I mean, it's not like my hours are... Remember? Yeah. That was long. Unless you get quesos up. True. But also, too, if you ever, like... You can always calculate. Like, when people have the, like, oh, we're trying to get 2,000 subs, and they have, like, 3,000 out of 2,000, you just times that by, like... So each sub is, like... Oh, they changed it. $6. It times their subs by, like, 4... And then you can see how much they're making, kind of, But yeah, I say kind of because that's if everything's like base sub price. Hit a few K every other stream. There was a time. There was a time. People used to get into donating wars, and it started getting to the thousands, and I was like, what the fuck is happening, That was a crazy time. Taxes were not fun. Telling stories, yeah. I mean, I appreciated the donations, but then it kind of got twisted back onto me, and then it was kind of like, because then it was like people were, if I would like tweet about like, oh, why is gas so expensive? They're like, didn't you just get thousands of dollars on stream? And I'm like, I had to refund a lot of it, man, and they said not to say anything, so I just sat in agony. But anyway, it's fine. I'm just saying. I'm curious to see, because I checked my analytics, and it said, oh, congratulations, you were still getting 70/30. And so I'm wondering, it said I have until June 1st, and that's when it runs out. So I'm curious to see how much it will dip. But then also, part of me is like, Well, I would like to stay 70/30, but then it's a 10% change. Yeah, but I don't feel like 10% is like all that much, you know? But like, what if it is? But maybe it's not? I don't know. But it also, like, if I do the Partner Plus program again, you know, that's your revenue from subs and how much from ads. I do not get that much from ads. It depends. This month I haven't. I think I've gotten $16 from ads, which I'm like, have my ads not been running? Maybe 80 less. Y'all spend so much. It's not even that worth it. That's crazy. If I was making more, then maybe, but like, because I know a lot of y'all have like more than one account. Cough, cough. Looking at you, Mount Rushmore. Looking at you, Goofy. And so like I don't want to be like, oh, we're trying to get the Partner Plus. But on the flip side, when you are pushing for Partner Plus, it does potentially bring in new people because they're like, oh, I want to help this person hit their goals, you know? But then here's our other dilemma, right? June, I'm going to go visit my mom. But that would be, I think I'd be going at the end, going into July. Maybe. I actually don't remember. I need to check my ticket. And so June, I'm going to be busy. July, I want to have like a little summer coot vacation, but it's not going to be anything crazy. I'll be gone for like 4 days. But then the biggest trip, which is August, and I'm going to be gone in the middle of August. But if I grind the beginning of August and if I grind the end of August, you know. But then the issue is like, there's a handful of days where I'm not streaming. So I think I'm going to be at my mom's for like 9 days. I'm going to be in Scotland for 9 days. And that's 9 days of no stream, you know? And I don't want to, like, imagine we get through June and July and then August, we fail because I was gone. Heartbreaking, I know. And so but then it's like, realistically, that means we shouldn't start trying the Partner Plus program until September. And then do September, October, November. I mean, it's possible. But then, no problem. Because in September is usually when September happens. And then I can't do December because that's Christmas. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, you know what? Maybe a New Year thing. Well, here's the thing, right? My lease ends. Having a hard life crisis, kinda. So my lease ends in April, I think, which means I'd have to move in March. Unless somehow creepy neighbor, nothing else has gone on, by the way. But the problem is my rent keeps increasing. And it's already expensive as fuck to live here. You know? But also, you know, what if by next year, you know, I'll have published the book? And what if, you know, we're making extra coin from the book? Extra coin is good. Oh my god. I told y'all that I got like all kinds of swabs at the doctor, right? I got the bill. So I got an email saying I had a medical bill. And I was like, great. Because I figured, I've been going to the doctor so much. Um, and so I clicked it and it's only $50. But I'm like, well, I would like to know why it's $50. Like why am I paying $50? I insurance is crazy. Because tell me why I clicked on the itemized bill and my insurance was billed $2,500 for my smears. $2,500. And my insurance covered almost all of it. Except for I paid a $50 copay and then they billed me $50. But I'm like, what the fuck? I just got like, that's how, but like, that's insane. Like, that's just insane. Revolution, get some good healthcare. I mean, I think that is good. I don't owe, but it's also too, like, there's no way that, to be fair though, a long time ago, I got swabbed for, gonorrhea and chlamydia because, you got to get checked. But also, I was like, I don't think I have this. And she's like, well, we're going to check anyway. Because, long story. Let's just say the doctor that I was going to did not trust the person I was dating. Anyway, but, anyway, it came back fine. But then I got billed $1,600 because I didn't have insurance at the time. And I also didn't request, I didn't want those tests. I said, no, I just want the pap smear. And she did them anyway and then shipped it off. And then I got a $1,600 bill. And I was like, how the fuck am I meant to pay for this? I was like, I didn't even want this test done because I knew that, I mean, granted, I would have been skeptical too. Like back then, look, if I were me now looking back then, I'd be like, that's a good thing you got tested. But like, me back then was like, it's fine. But always get tested. Anyway, point of the story. But yeah, it was expensive as fuck. Well, no, so the thing is like, because I kept telling her it was just like a women's clinic. I told her I didn't have insurance, and she's like, you should look into Medicare. And I was like, isn't that for old people? She's like, no. And I was like, ew. So then I found out that California offers like a health insurance, like help plan. And I got on that, and then my insurance, was cheap, not cheap, but cheap enough for me. And also too, during COVID, oh my God, one of the best moments of my life. I think it was 2021, I got a call. No, I got a letter from my health insurance, and there was this big confusing words, medical words, blah blah blah. Your health insurance is $400, but you pay this and this and this, and we're increasing it. And I was like, I can't pay more because I think I was paying like 130 a month, and my original health insurance was like 400. But because I wasn't making a whole lot of money, so the state of California was covering, which also too, technically I was the one paying for it anyway, because I had to pay taxes, and my taxes were like, anyway, point of the story. So I get a letter, and it was like all this stressful stuff, and it said it was increasing, and I read it as I have to pay the $400, and I was like, I can't do that. So I called my insurance, and I was like, hi, I got this letter, and it says that I have to pay this much. She goes, oh, no. Read the bottom part again. And I was like, yeah, it says it's going to be increased by $1. She goes, yeah, so that's how much you owe. And I was like, $401? She's like, no, because the state of California is going to cover your insurance, but due to the, Biden passed the thing, blah, blah, blah. So due to that, your insurance is $1. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, because Biden passed a COVID relief thing and blah, blah, blah. So your insurance for the next 6 months is $1. And I was like, what? And she goes, isn't that great? And I was like, yeah, oh my God. She's like, isn't that great news? I was like, I know, oh my God. Like, I was so, that was like, she was like ecstatic for me. Like, it was like, oh. I sometimes think about that woman quite a bit. She was really nice, but it was also too, I'll never, like, that sheer excitement. You know what's fucked up? I was more excited about that than I was about getting a BTS ticket. Like, because it was like, it was not only excitement, but like relief, you know? Because I thought my insurance was going to be I mean, now I paid the 400. State of California. It's because I make a little bit more than I used to. So now I don't really know. Stupid. Anyway, but man, that relief. But it's also so crazy. Like, how are people expected to, I'm getting dizzy again. How are people expected to, like, live when health insurance is so, oh, take a lap. Yeah, I'll just stand up real quick. 46 minutes? Why am I taking a lap at 46 minutes? It's supposed to be every hour. You good? Oh, yeah, I think it's just my birth control pill. Makes me lightheaded, I think. I didn't notice. It doesn't reset after every trip. Maybe. I have no idea. Ugh. Current Overwatch. I am not ranked. Listen. Unless I'm playing comp with a friend, I have done comp by myself so many times. It is so miserable. I'll go Spanish for water. I speak a little Spanish. Yo habla inglés y español. Un poquito. Did you get the new Mercy skin? There's another one? What's the new one? Oh my God. What is it? The dancer one? The dance... Hold on. I gotta go to Overwatch Calvary. I'm not seeing it. It's in the shop now? What? Is it not on Overwatch Calvary's page? That's how I find out all about all the Overwatch stuff, by the way. It'll just show up on my feed, and I'm like, like. Wait, what's it look like? Don't make me open Overwatch. Don't make me open Overwatch. With a bundle of some others. Fine. You leave me. Oh my God. Also. So I had extra tickets for Love and Deep Space. And I was like, I mean, sure. So, and then I saw that if you do a certain amount of tickets for the Love and Deep Space, for the Silas stuff, I saw that you could get his orange outfit, and I love that outfit. I think it looks so good on him, right? So I was like, well, shit, like I might as well just spend some gems and because what, is it gonna do another Silas card? I don't think so. So then I was buying them. Guess. And then I got all the way down to like 9 pulls left. And I needed one more like run, like a whole, 10, whatever. I saw the fucking snowflake again, and it's always the same fucking card of Zane sitting in that fucking throne. I shit you not. I cannot listen, I would have preferred the apple. I would have preferred the apple at that point. It's the same Zane card every single time. It is the same one. It drives me insane. I don't know why this game thinks I like him so much. How many times have you had it? Like every time. Except for the one time I got the apple. Every other time it's been... I have not I don't think I've ever gotten Raphael as like a pity. I have gotten Xavier. I think Caleb has only been twice. Every single fucking time it's Zane. It drives me, oh my god. It drives me insane. Get it? It's insane. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna open Overwatch. I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna open it. Much to my dismay. I hate that you get like the little pop-ups and it's like, oh, play our other game. No, thank you. I am an Overwatch girly. And on top of that, I am a Mercy. I'm standing. Alright, show me the shop. The dancer? Oh, the music festival. This is a rerun. Ask me how I know that. Of course I have it. I have a problem. That's why I was like, music. Maybe it's too hot in here. Hold on. Oh, I gotta tell y'all what Thor did this morning, too. So, this morning, the new room was so good, but I can't keep on getting his skins. Yeah. That's why, like, I love Mercy, and I will get all of her skins. Unless they did... If they did, like, a Harry Potter collab, I don't think I would get it. I cannot. I do not like that woman. Oh, God. Yeah. Imagine... no, imagine. Thor this morning he has been waking me up every single morning at 6 a.m. 6 a.m., 6:30. Luckily, I'm so tired, I just go back to fucking sleep. Because also, too, like, I don't know for whatever reason, it may be because of, like, all the socialization or something, I don't know. I've been having a hard time falling asleep. And the night of the restaurant incident, I couldn't sleep because I was so anxious because every time I closed my eyes, I would hear it again. And so I go to YouTube and I type in BTS live stream and I clicked on one of their live streams and I fell asleep to BTS. It was a good sleep though. But yeah, I've been having a hard time falling asleep and then I have a hard time waking up. Even with Thor, he comes in screaming and I'm like, shh, and I go back to sleep. Anyway, so he was psychotic and had like the most insane zoomies. And so I was putting my shoes on because I was going to go do some cardio at the gym. And I was putting my shoes on and he jumped on the dining chair and spat at me. He spat at me. I don't know if y'all have ever heard a cat spat before. Like, he's growled at me before, but never, like, in a mean way. Well, at the vet, but he was stressed out, you know? Is it like a hit? Okay, I'm gonna do it. But, so he... okay, so it's like a... It's like a... It's not a hiss, it's like a... Like, his mouth is open, his teeth are out. And it was in the Aristocats. You remember, like, when the cats are like... You know? But he, like, full-on spat at me. And I was like... Like, I looked at him, like horrified. And because he looked at me like... Did that just come out at me? Like, I don't even think he realized. And he immediately flipped onto his back and then just started, like, rolling around on the chair. So cats, when they show their belly, it's not... I don't know why people always compare it to dogs. It's not like dogs. When a cat shows their belly, it is showing submission, but it's also showing very playful, very comfortable, but playful in the sense of, like, don't touch me. Like, I'm just being silly. And I think he was immediately like, oh shit, I did not mean to do that. Because he was like being a ham. Like the most ham I have ever seen him. Um, and he was like, he was just putting his paws like through and he was playing it and he was rolling around. He was just staying on his back the whole time. And then he starts purring so loud. I mean, like so loud. It sounded like a motor from a boat. And I was like, okay. I'm like, why did you do that? Like, I was like, what? It was one of his belly rub, but most of the part is being sorry. My mom's cat likes his stomach being. Thor likes it sometimes, but it's when he's really comfy and sleepy in bed, and he's like, say I'm like laying in bed too, and he's like long ways right here, then I'll do it. But if we're like on the couch and he rolls over, do not do it. Do not do it. It's a trap. Um. Anyway, and so, but I was like, oh my god. So I played with him a little bit, which is why he is sound asleep right now and probably will not come in during the stream. But he was on one. I was like, I can't believe you just did that to me. Like, holy shit. Oh yeah, also, did y'all see on TikTok, some girl hired a sitter for her cat, and the sitter left the door open for like a day and a half, or like left the door open and didn't tell the owner that the cat got out for like a day and a half. And the cat died by coyotes, and the owner found out because like she made a TikTok about it, I think, or either hired somebody. Well, she didn't make a TikTok, but she hired somebody with drones and like, I don't know if it was like a cadaver dog, and then they found the remains. And the pet sitter was like, well, you know, like I feel bad about it, but then I pray and I find peace or something. Like I just watched the TikTok of her being like, the sitter let my cat out, blah, 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 like, I don't know what to do, and, like, we've been looking for her, and then the next TikTok I saw was her bawling her eyes out, being like, we found the remains. I cannot, and the person apparently, too, the sitter was like, I thought it was an indoor-outdoor cat, and then just, like, left the door open. Like, that's, ugh. It makes me so nervous for Thor. Something I hope they do, too. Because like, I live where there are coyotes. I mean, LA is full of coyotes. A lot of people don't expect it. You cannot leave your animal outside. If you go, like, take them on a walk, you have to be real careful. I saw one, like, I don't know, 3 days ago. Lost a key to a pack of wild dogs inside the city. That's crazy. Like, it's so dangerous. Like, cats need to be inside. My personal opinion, cats need to be inside. Although I have kind of wanted to get a concrete block from like Home Depot or something, and then put it in the sun and then bring it in so he can have concrete time. Have y'all seen the trend? You think Thor would run off or be afraid? Oh, he would run. I think he would run and then he would realize like I fucked up. But he runs. It was an inside city, but I guess let her outside. Ugh. Why do people do that? Ugh. That's so awful. Because, like, growing up... Oh, Inside Kitty, Inside City. Okay, so when you said Inside City, I imagined, like, the apartment complex was, like, indoor. And so, like, the cat was allowed in the apartment complex area. And then someone let her out the gate. You know what I mean? Indoor no matter what, yeah. I just can't imagine, like, any animal just being like, oh, you know, they're probably wandering around, it's fine. Ugh. There was one time, because like, I lived in an apartment, like I said, you know, it was gated, and like, we had like, courtyard and everything, and when I lived with roommates, Thor got out, and one of the, funny enough, the craziest neighbor who would fist fight his girlfriend, and I had to call the cops on multiple times, took him in, and then left a note on my door saying like, hey, we have your cat, he got out. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went and knocked on their door, and I'm like, hi, and they're like, oh, you have the cat? I'm like, Yeah, I do. Awful. Now in my head, I'm like, he got out. I'm like, no, you know he's on the bed. You know he's on the bed. We saw him on the bed right before we started straight. No, he got out. I'm like, we didn't even. No, he didn't. He got out. Anyway, so painting. We have 1 hour to paint. I don't think what I want to do for this is gonna get done in an hour. I do not think that's possible. So here, okay, let's plan, shall we? Y'all know me, big planner. Where did my blue go? What is it you want to get done on it? Do you want it to be a surprise? Or do you want me to tell you? I'm fine with either. I don't know where that one blue one went. Fuck. I like some. You like some prizes? Whale shit. We can. Fuck. I also have this one. No, because if I do this one. Hey, quick question. Do we remember what size Nate said he wanted his washing your hands thing to be? Was it this one? Or was it this one? I don't remember. Because it would be like this. I feel like this one would be. This one's small, but his bathroom's big. Yeah, I think it'd be this one. Okay. And if it's too big, then I guess we will put it on the Etsy. So the idea that I had originally for this one.
Hi.
What was that? What was that noise? Oh my god, cup of kiwi. Wow, thanks for subscribing for 33 months. How's it feel watching this while you've now sat in the chair? Thoughts? I don't really like ginger ale that much. Smell like farts in there. First of all, you're a liar, because I have candles. Secondly, you could have said something nice. You could have said something nice, like, "Oh wow, it's so much more pink in there than I thought it would be. There's so much Star Wars. There's, Gudetama. I don't fucking know. Could have said anything nice, but no. Smells like farts now? What, because you were farting in here? Did you fart in my chair? Can't have anything nice. I'll never tell. Great. Alright, we could do the little one, but what would we paint on the little one? Really is like the human Thor. Yeah. There we go. Okay. We have one more tiny little baby painting. And then does anyone know any updates on the reason for why we're painting so much? There's been no update? Because hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 paintings right now. See if I'm not that pugged in. A pug? A pug? I think... I don't know where that blue canvas went. I think I'm losing it. Because remember I had the blue canvas and I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to paint on here. Oh, I found it. This one. Okay. I kind of want to paint the background. You know? I think I want to start on this one and paint the background. Where are my paints? Oh. Oh. Ow. Right behind me. I need it. I'm thinking. Son of a bitch. I miscalculated. Are you sheeping? Do you want to come here? I can hear the birds. I finally got more bird seed because I ran out. I say I ran out, the birds ate it all. So I got more bird seed, but I got like a really nice bird seed where it's a bunch of nuts and seeds and fruit. Let's just say there was at least 8 little sparrows fighting over it, and Thor was losing his mind. Do you want to go see the birds? You come here? No, don't do that. Just jump up here. Are you too sleepy? Oh my god. Okay, come here. Let me pick you up. Oh my god. Okay. Right up against the window. Not entirely. I hung it on... because I have my hammock, the metal hammock, out on the porch. I don't keep the cloth out there because I don't want it to get gross. But I hang it on that part, and so it's just kind of dangling. But it's close enough to where Thor can see it, but not so close to where they can see in. Well, they can see me if I get too close to it. You sheeping? Oh. Where are you going? Okay, I desperately need you to not use your claws, dude. Please. Lost your mind when I put some seed on my window ledge. The ledge is so smart. I feel like that would create a monster, though. He remembers. I feel like if I did that, he will forever try to get on the ledge. And we've seen him get on that one, you know? Do you want to go look at the birds? You want to tell him how you spit at me? Nasty boy. Good. Oh, good. He's drooling. Good. He drooled all over my hand. Ew. Ew. Do you want to go see the birds? I'm going to take him to see the birds. We'll see if they're there. Ooh. Okay, come on. There you go. I shall return shortly. Oh, my bad. So the moment we walked into the living room, he knew why I was carrying him in there. Because usually, like, if I go get him out of bed, if I, like, pick him up out of my bed, it's for a reason, because it's the birds. So I started walking, and he, like, got ready, started looking at the window, and then I hear him go. I'm like, yeah, you see the birds? And he goes. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I put him down. You know, like the arched shoulders. Anyway. Good old tortellini. What if I want to do something else than the first try to hunt? Oh, yeah. That's the thing, too. Is, like, I've wondered, like, if he had access to the birds, would he actually hunt? And it's like, I think he absolutely would. Absolutely. Hello. I'm second guessing my idea for what I had for this. So now I'm thinking maybe I should do something else. But I don't know what else I would do. You know? What does the gut say? I don't know. The gut's quiet. The gut, you know what? The gut is ready for Silksong. That's what the gut wants to play video games. It has been like a month. We have not streamed video games in like a month. The gut is like, bitch, I love painting, but we're a gamer. At the end of the day, we're a gamer, and you're not doing it. I'm like, listen, I know, okay? I know. We did some Poco. True, we did do some Pokopia. Not enough to satisfy it. What if I just painted, Shaw? I could paint Shaw. But also, would somebody want it is the question. Because I want to paint things that somebody's going to want to put in their house, you know? I don't want to just paint silly little things. I mean, I do want to paint silly little things, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, that Mer Panda was in my Etsy store for like, what, 4 years? A lot of Silksong fans out there. True. But my Etsy doesn't reach people. My Etsy's just for, like, cooters, you know? Baby Grub. Could do Baby Grub. I feel like I'm out of creative juices. Like, I have ideas. I just don't think that they're good. You know? This sucks. This is... I was so ready. And now look at me. Nothing. Useless. Grub? Does it mean grub? No, a grub from Hollow Knight. Can I find a link to the store? Well, right now it's empty. Because I don't have... I have all of them here. Like, I have all of my paintings here. I don't have them on my Etsy yet. Because when it's Etsy time, because I want to upload them secretly and then stream and be like, hey, by the way, Etsy store's live, and that way everyone has to scramble to get it, you know? Because I think that'd be funny. Is that bad? Should I not do that? Because imagine being like mid-poop and then you get the Discord notification, Etsy's live, and you're like, what? Shit, literally, you know? I think it'd be funny. But I wouldn't do it at like 3 a.m. my time, because that'd be a little ridiculous. I would try to do it around like 11. But then I worry one or most of you would have my Etsy open 24/7, refreshing it every once and scrambling to get a painting. You're like, shh, come on. Ew, the table's wet because he was drooling on it. Gross. It's gonna be Black Friday. How much do they usually go for? Well, these ones are... It depends. These ones are probably going to be priced a little bit more because they're going towards a charity, like... It's not charity, but it's like going towards a cause, you know? But usually, depending on them... Would you stop doing the feet? What's with you? Cheese and rice. Ew, why is this, like, damp? But, like, okay, so, like, this one. I have this one, which is my blueberries. This is not gonna be a hundo. That'd be a little crazy. Unless... No, it's not gonna be 100. But, one, like, this one... maybe be a little bit... It depends. They may be 100. Because at this point, I don't really care about paint usage or time or canvas. Because it's just going to go towards the cause, you know? And I think Etsy now... I think I have it to where you have to pay for shipping. I think... Because the Merpanda had their own shipping. And I had to write on the box that they paid for it. And I hope that I did it right. But... Because if I sell 10 paintings, and all of those 10 paintings are worth 100, then we have $1,000 for the cause. You know? Which is good. I wish I could paint more, but okay, I see the vision. I see the vision. Vision's gone. 500? I'm not good for that. Who am I, Tyler Catastrophe? Hell no. Unless the painting was massive and really good, I don't think I would, no. Paint feet for Nate. Get him to pay 500. Did y'all see that meetup in like some games con where they were drinking feet juice? What games do you play on here? So next week I'm gonna play Silk Song for the first time. I just finished Hollow Knight. I play Pokopia. I play Overwatch. I play new games. I play like Power Wash Simulator, Minecraft. I may play Paralives that just came out. I play Oblivion. What else? Oh, guess who else emailed me? Not to toot my own horn, but someone. We haven't played their game in a hot minute though. Remember House Flipper? I saw that and I was like, they didn't even ask anything. They're like, here's the code. I was like, okay, sure, why not? Which is kind of funny. Are they also Power Wash or are they two separate? Because I'm like, how did you know that I like House Flipper? How did you know that? Interesting. Should I just start painting and see what happens? Two separate? Damn. They just knew then. Ugh. They just knew. So you like peace while playing, except for Overwatch? Yes. Although I would say that my Overwatch gameplay is usually peaceful. I'm a Mercy main. One second. Ta-da! It is peaceful sometimes. What else do I play? I do play. Not when you pull out the pistol and start killing everyone. Okay, how often? That does not happen that much. Whole phenomenon long term where the simulator went to Microsoft Flight Simulator, a bunch of studios making extra simulator for some reason. Oh yeah, like there was Goat Simulator, right? Guys. Oh my god. You're eating good today. You are eating good today. Here you go. Crunchy. So dumb. Okay. Oh no, it's gonna poop. It's gonna poop. Okay, we're good. I played The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2 for the first time on stream. I played The Witcher one time. I played Elden Ring one time. Although we may have an Elden Ring... Was it Elden Ring? I think it was Elden Ring. We may have another bout of that in the future. But I would not be doing it by myself. We also tried Red Dead, but... Here you go. I would be willing to try Red Dead again. I feel like it was just... Everyone said that the beginning was slow, but I felt a little overwhelmed. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah, for who? Oh my god. Did they leave? Alright, let's just see what happens. Any studio that made Satisfactory, Valheim, and Deep Rock Galactic? Yeah, I know what some of those are. The problem with Red Dead, the characters yap so much, we never hear coot yapping. Yeah. And that's also too, like, I don't want to be, and I'm not one of those streamers that just, you know, while playing the game. I like to be interactive. Yeah. Did you get him? You got him. He wants me to pick him up again. Thor, I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. Yeah. Blue. What? You want me to pick you up? Okay, let's not do that. As a mouth-breathing streamer, I am hurt. Okay, well, I feel like you talk. Do you want to come here or not? You can make the jump. If you got on the table today, there you go. Mouth open gaming. Well, that's a boss, though. That's different. Hello. Oh my god, here we go again. Here we go again. Thor. We can't keep doing this. I'm supposed to be painting today. And you're supposed to be sleeping. That was the deal. Why are you wet? Why are you wet? Oh. Did you play in the water fountain again? Anyway, painting was fun while it lasted. Ow, ow, ow. Can't say no to that face. I sure can. Okay, can you not claw the shit out of my knee? Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go back to painting. You can sit there and behave. Oh, I didn't put any... I just put up... My teleprompter is here. I don't know how long I should wait before I just start my stand-up routine. How is it supposed to get here today? Goodness. Oh. That's so bad. It's out for delivery, but 25 pages. You could start. And then when it gets there, use it. What? Ow. Okay, well, some of us have jobs to do, Thor. Some of us had to pay for your chewy food again. And that shit's not cheap. I accidentally didn't check his chewy order. And ordered more dry food, which he does not need more dry food. He has an entire bag of dry food. And so imagine my surprise when I went to go pick that up, thought it was going to be wet food, cracked it open, and there was dry food, and I was like, great. So the good news is we don't have to order it for a while. Bad news is his dry food is $85. Because someone needs good food to poop right. That's just the dry food. You want to tell them about the wet food? To be fair, his wet food is just Fancy Feast. No. Yes. Friskies is the bad one. Fancy Feast is the semi-okay one. What are you doing? You're not helping. You are pulling threads out of my pants. Stop. Oh my God. Lord help me. Hill Science diet for my pets. I have not been told. Because like when I go to the vet, they say that the food I give him is okay. Although I did try to give him low phosphorus cat food, and he was not having it. But the only food that they've told me that he needs is, like for sure probably needs, is his dry food. But that was also, they recommended that one before we got his anal glands removed. But he likes it. Sometimes a little too much. Painting with the cat's paw is a signature. No, because I don't think this paint is cat friendly. Because it's just acrylic paint. Yeah. So, and then I'd have to give him a bath And although he doesn't mind water all too much, he is still a regular house cat at the end of the day. Can I speak English? And he will fight me if I try to put him in the bath. Okay. Yeah. You being a good boy? Interesting. He doesn't say anything. Interesting. Be very careful. Gotta be careful. You are stressing me out, dude. Where are you planning on going? What if I do this? Yeah, why not? Yeah. Y'all can't see. It just looks blue. Y'all can't see anything. Ooh, that may have been too much water. Are you gonna get down? You can get down? Say nope. Not at all. No, sir. Not for tortellini. Okay. Yeah. Well. What? It's so needy for someone who spat at me earlier. Even though I know that you didn't mean it. See, I was just playing. I was just playing and it got too feisty. It's too feisty. Yeah. Do you want to be upside down like a baby? Yeah, let's go upside down like a baby. Yeah. There you go. Is it comfy? Is it comfy? I wish y'all could hear him. He's purring so loud. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. There you go. All done. Okay. I survived. I survived. I can't believe I'm alive. I shouldn't be alive. That's what the show was. Can you not do this? Do not flick me with your tail. Just tuck it under there. He used to not let me do that, by the way. He did not like being held on his back. But now I think he knows that, like, nothing's gonna happen. Are you making biscuits in my lap? How? This is not a very thick blanket. Oh my god. His back claws are on my thigh. And they are also doing the claw thing. Help. You know what, too? I bet he's gonna be drooling. Cats gain 1,000 pounds when they do that? Yeah. Are you bald again? Let's not do that. I really wanted to paint. He's like, what does that have to do with me? Man, I had so many ideas. Thor, did you let out a toot toot? Can't even admit it. Can't even look me in my eye. Did you let out a toot toot? Shame. Is stinky? Khajiita's innocent. Streamer, on the other hand, Khajiita's innocent of all crime. Khajiita's innocent. Thank you for that. Okay. I think I added too much water on this. Chance? I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I have been freed. Okay, wow. This is, Very, very blue. Very blue. Oh, would you look at that? A bunch of little Thor hairs. I recommend Oblivion and Skyrim to someone looking for open world RPG game. Person was hyped. Hell yeah. I miss Oblivion and Skyrim. One day we'll get back to playing them. One day. How much paint can we put on this, do you think? I say we add pink. Why not? You know, we're just kind of winging it. Where's pink? Ugh! Pink. All right. Well. Okay. I sure hope this doesn't ruin it. That's a lot of pink. Uh-oh. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I should have done this. It's okay. We're winging it, you know? This is just the first layer. We just gotta get more layers, you know? Yeah. We just gotta get the layers. Nothing else to see here. Nothing else to see. Painting's like onions, gotta get the layers. Yeah, exactly. You know what this kind of looks like? Did y'all ever have Trix yogurt? Where, like, back in, like, the day where it had, like, the two split colors on the inside? That's the vibe it's giving me right now. Sorry. Did not know y'all are right there. Painting ASMR. And Google, it looks horrendous. Okay, I'll have you know, it was kind of good. But I also understand as an adult why it looks horrendous. Bruh, what? I feel like I have a Thor hair on my tongue. Hold on. I gotta put this back too. 1 second. Whee! I could have sworn I had a Thor hair, but I guess not. What'd I miss? There was green and a red one that looked even worse. Oh, yeah. I liked the pink and blue. That was my favorite. That was the best one. I don't even remember what it tasted like. Cotton candy, maybe? It would heal some people. They don't make them anymore, I assume, right? How do I make this, like... Because I see a lot of, like, paint TikToks where they have a brush like this and then they blend it and it's like, it blends perfectly. And they say, oh, I use acrylic. But I feel like they don't. Because when I blend it, you just see, like, the streaks of the paintbrush. You don't see, the paint doesn't properly blend. Maybe if I use a smaller one? Paint is thinned. I feel like I thinned the shit out of this. I turned into Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Let me try this one. Yeah, I just see, like, the swirls of, like, the paintbrush. I don't know if I just have, like, shitty paintbrushes or what. I say that, it's like... Ooh, this one is... I think this one is... met its match. It got little hairs all over it. Come here. Get it? Come here. Should I start dampening the brush first? Just a tiny bit of water? I could. I don't know if I have any more brushes that would suffice for that, though. Maybe this one? Just a tiny little bit of water, and then we will... No, it's still peeling it up. And it's like, hold on, I'll show you what I mean. It's not like blending. And I don't know why. Paint is drying too fast? Well, it's like, it's not drying. It's like wet still. Yeah. All right. What does my gut say? Don't you say shit. Don't you say anything. Don't you say nothing. What did I just say? Don't you say nothing. I did nothing. I'm innocent. Khajiita's innocent. He done shitted? Oh my god. Phone with insurance all day about the accident. Good news, I did nothing wrong and the other people's insurance can pay for it. Oh, good. You getting a new car? Ooh. That came out way too fast. That's what she said. Oh. I didn't hear none of that. Thank you for the bits. Okay. We're gonna use this. And nope. 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 Okay, how am I gonna do this? Oh god. Okay. Hee. New car when all the payments come through. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad everything is working out in your favor. Okay. Trying to dry the brush. Ugh, okay. Let's see if this works. What are you painting? I don't know. It's like when the LAPD... Uh-huh. Let me just do some of these. And 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 it's already too dark for my one liking. I did not want it to be this blue. That's okay. I'll just add more white. I really need to get better at knowing that y'all are there. I'm sorry. Here, you know what? I'll do this. Ta-ta! Okay, and then we'll do this and this. Okay, and then, wait. Trust the process. Trust the process. Yes, and then a bloop, and then a bloop. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then get some of the pink in there. That pink disappeared. Only thing got from a bruise, but they still get me like $400 for it. Hey, vanish, vanish, vanish! No, you experienced a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. Vanish! It's gonna take a long time for you to recover. Vanish! Someone time him out. Someone smells funny. I don't know what it is. She was like, well, we can still pay you for it. My neck, my back. My neck, my back. Yeah. Unfortunately for me, when I got hit by the LAPD, my neck and my back actually did hurt really bad. And they were like, shame. Okay, I say more pink. More pink in this area. Eh, eh, eh. My thinking was like, if I just keep putting paint on here, maybe it'll blend. I think it's working. If I just keep adding it, you know? I need a very specific kind of brush. How do I have no brushes and too many brushes all at the same time? Make it make sense. We could try this one. Let's try this one. See what this does. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, somehow this dried like instantly. What the, how did it dry so fast? What in the world? What the hell am I doing? He went meow meow. Betty's looking at birds. Wait, was that you? Did you see the birds? What is it? Did you see the birds? Do you want me to come look at them? Do you go look at the birds? Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Come on. Let's go look. Let's go look. Oh my God. Y'all, there was like 10 of them. They're all like sat, all like watching each other take turns. I start walking out there and I hear chee, 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 and I turn the corner and there's, I know. I can't let you get to them. He's like, traitor! Okay, well, I know. When in doubt, finger paint. I know. Okay. Nice, nice. And over here. Okay, make a decision. There you go. When in doubt, don't doubt. It's like when someone's like, oh man, I don't know, I'm just so depressed. Like, oh, have you tried like going outside? Have you tried just like hanging out with friends? Oh man, I'm sorry you're going through a hard time. Have you thought about going to church? Sorry, that's my own personal one. Oh, you're feeling anxious? You should pray about it. Me chronically anxiety ruined my life. My heart rate this morning when I got out of bed before I took my pill was 130. Getting some fresh air. Oh my God. And like, you know what's annoying too is like, you know what? Sometimes going outside does make me feel better. But, you know, it's like if you have like a chemical imbalance in your brain, you know, I do think that a lot of problems are because, you know, chronically online, doom scrolling, not going outside, not being able to socialize. I do think a lot of people's problems are that, but I also think that a lot of people also just have chemical imbalances and they don't get taken as seriously because sometimes Sally goes outside and feels better, you know? For a lot of people, it's not that simple. But for a lot of people, it can be that simple, you know? Because they trap themselves inside. It's crazy. Who would do that? I don't know. That's why, like, I don't know. Like, a lot of people, like, you hear, like, a lot of people say, like, my depression would be fixed if I had money, which, I feel like there's all just different kinds of depression. Like, there's obviously you can have depression if you're like struggling financially. You can have depression suffering through something traumatic. You can have depression just because your brain chemistry is off. Like, that's why a lot of, I don't know, like a lot of celebrities, like when they take their lives, it's so frustrating when people are like, but they had everything. Then something was misfiring in their brain. Like, hello? It's not their fault. Oh, if I had all that money, I wouldn't. I would just go on vacation. Like, that's not how depression works, brother. Also, I may have added too much paint. Is your idea actually is going on in their head? Yeah, and like would money fix a lot of people's problems? Yeah. But I feel like people just get really, I don't know, like they think of themselves and be like, well, if I had money, I would be fine. Like, okay, that's because you have your brain. You don't know what other people are going through mentally, you know? This just looks like a monster. I'm going to fix this. There we go. Okay. But also, too, like, that's one thing that's kind of crazy. Like, because I think, I'm always thinking, imagine being like, imagine, do you ever have a dream that when, that's how I feel right now. But say hypothetically, I was a Kardashian. Kate. Kate Kardashian, right? Let's say hypothetically. It would be so scary and so lonely to try to have friends because you'd be like, people sell out all the time. Like if TMZ, like say I was friends with Jewel. And we hit a mini chunk already? Damn. Say I was friends with Jewel, right? And then Jewel goes, like TMZ goes to Jewel and they're like, hey, we'll give you $100,000 to steal something from her house and tell us about what she's like, not on camera. And then Jewel's like, okay, yeah. Because, like, friends, people do that. Like, that's why, like, you see, like, oh, so-and-so named their baby. They're pregnant. They're going to have a baby named, Hannah. I don't know. It would just make me feel like you can't trust anybody. And then you're all alone because you can't trust anybody. And then, because, like, for me, I'm a nobody. Like, I'm just Kate. I could go to, yoga and say a girl there's like, oh my god, you have the Legend of Zelda tattoo, and I'd be like, yeah, and then she shows me hers and I'm like, oh my god, you have one too, what's your favorite Zelda? And then we start talking about Zelda. She's like, oh, like I'm gonna go get dinner with some friends tonight, do you want to come? Totally, don't worry if you don't, you can't come. And say I'm being bold and I'm like, yeah, I'll go. And then I go and then I make friends, right? If I were like a Kardashian, I don't think that would be the same way, because then it would be like, oh, this is my friend, we have things in common. That's also the other thing too. Okay, so I'm talking about like Kardashians obviously, but like Pokimane, I would be so fucking scared to not only have friends with people but like date anyone, because like imagine like opening your heart to somebody, right? Imagine opening your heart to somebody, becoming vulnerable with them, biblically. And then turns out they were just like using you. And then they were like, go online being like, yeah, her coochie does this and that. Like, that's terrifying. Like, that is terrifying. Could you imagine? Oh. Like letting somebody to your heart and then they do something like that. Maybe I just have too many trust issues. I don't know. It'd be devastating. I know. But I'm just like, because I've seen stuff in like news and whatever, like people think they have friends and then, but anyway, back to the depression. um I imagine, because I think my biggest issue of when I feel sad, it's because I don't have a lot of friends. um and I would like to have friends, and I would love if like I had a group of girlfriends who were like, hey, um I'm gonna go horseback riding this weekend. Do you want to come? And I'd be like, fuck yeah, I do. Um, or if they're like, oh, we're gonna go do this Pilates class together. If you get this Groupon, it's cheaper. And I'd be like, hell yeah. Or if it's like, oh, we're gonna go see Star Wars and we're gonna get dressed up. Do you want to come with? Hell yeah. Cause I don't really. Anyway, and I'm a nobody. I just don't put myself out there because I'm terrified. Also, it's not really a way for me to put myself out there because I just stream, you know. Because that's like my biggest issue is I just, whenever I'm sad, it's because I don't have a social circle. And like I do have friends, but it's like, I don't know, like they're still planning to do Pilates. I want to. I just I think my issue is obviously the agoraphobia, but now that I'm on this new fucking pill, I don't want to be doing Pilates and be like, you know, find the girlies. Well, the problem, take this with a grain of salt. And this has only happened, it's kind of happened a lot throughout my entire life. It hasn't happened recently ish. Most of the time, unless it's like a girly that's like really outgoing or also has similar interests, like that we vibe off of, I don't this is the reaction. So like this is what I expect. I don't expect it. I do expect it, but I don't expect it. So group of girlies, say, they're waiting for the yoga class, they're kind of talking amongst each other, and then y'all are me, and you walk in, and you go, excuse me, is this where the yoga's happening? This is the vibe that it happens most of the time, is this. Yeah. And then they go back to it. Um, has that happened every time? No. But a lot of the times, I don't know if it's because I'm awkward. No, it's not. It's happened to me in London. It's happened to me in Georgia. It's happened to me in Oklahoma, LA. It's kind of everywhere. Even if it happens once, it sticks with you. Yeah, and it's like, it's happened quite a bit. Like, and also, too, like, even if it's like one-on-one and I meet a girl, it's very like, oh. And then, like, that's it. I'm kind of like, you know? But there has been other times, too, where, like I've been at a party and I was talking about, like, a video game, and then, other person was talking about a video game, and we were going back and forth talking about video games. Like, I've had, like, good experiences, but the bad experiences kind of hit my insecurity, which is that, like, I'm hard to get along with, and I come across as rude or like a bitch, or I come across as a pick me. Oh. I swear I grew out of it. I swear I didn't know any better. I was a fool. I swear. But anyway, I'm also, I don't know. It's not that I'm scared of like if I go to a Pilates class or a yoga class or something, I'm not scared of like walking up and then them being like ignoring me or whatever, because it sounds so fucked up, because I'm kind of used to it, and so it's not like, I don't know, I think my problem is I'm so shy, it comes off as like standoffish, or as if I'm like not having a good time. But in reality, I'm just really shy and I'm in my head and I don't know what to say, and then I just kind of stand there and I guess I have a resting bitch sad face. I don't know. But you're still chill with? I mean, I like I the people that I already knew, you know, that was fine. But like anybody new person, not really, no. With random Twitch chatter names and pretend you're streaming. Oh, do you know how sad that is? You know how sad that is? Oh my god. I know. I'll figure it out eventually, you know? I think another issue is because, like, I'm not sociable really at all to begin with. And the only really real socialization I get is through Twitch chat. Because I sit and I film YouTube videos, and then I sit on Twitch, and then I just yap at y'all, and then y'all respond to my yapping. And so when it's in person, and someone's like, oh, how do you know Diva? And I'd be like, oh, we met through online. How do you know Diva? They're like, oh, we went to school together. Like, oh, cool. And my brain goes, and I'm like, I know. Because what am I supposed to say? Oh, what classes did y'all take together? I graduated high school 15 years ago. What classes? We don't care about the classes. And so then it's like, exactly. Yeah. What are you doing? Do you want the chair? I think he wants the chair. When Ray from Rooster Teeth was on a panel at convention and he called the crowd chat, someone else was like, Ray, go outside. Yeah, who would do that? That'd be crazy. Okay, I think we're gonna have to let this dry. That's what you sound like. I don't know. We'll work on it. We'll workshop it. There's an outgoing girl and become your new bestie. Yeah, don't tell Jewel. uh, maybe. But it's also too like I know. Go. You're stressing me out. I think the thing that has been taking up most of my time was like I went to go visit family and then I came back and I was like I gotta lock back into streaming because then Kiwi came out and so then we were doing stuff and now things are gonna be chill for like a month, I think. So now I should be able to like, you know, hopefully get the one thing I can't do hot Pilates. I can't do hot Pilates, I can't do hot yoga because I discovered, I mean I knew, but you know, being in a hot temperature gives me migraines. What's the hot version? They make the room like a sauna. And unless like saunas are okay because I think like most of the time I'm already wet from like the pool and then you go in the sauna and so your body's like, you know, the people doing hot Pilates are like, oh, it burns so much fat, but it's like I would die. Someone just did it, didn't want to pay for AC and tried to upsell it to customers as a bonus. Fair. Yeah, I don't think I could do I could try Pilates. Or yoga. I don't think I want to do yoga. I think I'd get too bored at yoga. And also, I'm not very flexible. At all. It's bad. I was thinking of, like, doing, like, a Coot coin redeem for, doing stretches because I don't stretch enough. But if I do them, so do y'all. Tried yoga, hate it. Is it boring? I feel like I would lose my mind. Okay, we're gonna do the downward dog. Okay, can I just go to sleep? Like, I feel like it'd just be so boring. It was so fucking boring. Because my problem, I can't clear my mind. People, when they're like, oh, it's just like meditation, I don't do that. My whole life, whenever we like, okay, time to pray, and I'd be like praying at night, I'd be like, dear God, please let tomorrow be a no school day. Please let it snow. And also, please don't let me get a stomach virus. And please make sure my body stays healthy. And make sure everybody in my family stays healthy. And then also, maybe at school, oh yeah, did I do that homework? I think I did the homework, unless I can remember. Is it my purple book bag? Or is it... No, I left it... Oh, did I leave it in my locker? No, I definitely put it in the... Okay, yeah. And then also, too, remember when Ricardo said he was going to give us our pencil back? I don't think he gave us our pencil... Oh my God. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry, God. Okay, I'm back. I'm praying. I'm sorry, God. Like, I did that all the time. All the time. I cannot meditate. It's not possible. A lot of tooting will happen. In yoga? Oh, God. God's like, what was this girl yapping about? I know it's like he's like hearing the prayer and then he's like, oh yeah, I give you ADHD. My bad. Me. The thing is too though is like I internalize it a lot. So I think a lot of it, like when I'm out and about, like with people, I was always snapped at to like behave. And so now, like right now, I'm like oozing it out of my body. On stream, I ooze it out of my body. But when I'm in public, I'm like, and then it's all on the inside. So it's like ping, 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 and I'm just. I'm normal. I'm normal. Smooth SpongeBob. Thor. He's licking his leg. Has been able to become my meditation. Well, I think... I was gonna say Overwatch. But I don't know if that counts. Because sometimes I don't have to think. I just, I just heal and then I don't think. That's wild that you went there. I don't think. Like, I just sit here and I'm... Although, I did put in... So I was playing this morning and my keyboard kept disconnecting. So I was like, oh my God. And so I finally put in the new keyboard. It's fine. It works good. But I'm used to the keys being like this big and these are like this big. And so it's kind of taken me some time to get used to it. And when I have the headset on, I don't hear the clicky-clacky. Which is kind of unfortunate, but, Oh my God, door. You see my headphone drawer? It's open. So guess where he just climbed into? Well, we did hit a mini chunk, and I gotta film dungeon. So... Was it boring? I can't fathom why. You're driving me insane. Anyway, I think the time has come. The time has come. You know what that means? It means I'm going to go set up everything for the dungeon, realize that I didn't charge any of my batteries, and charge them. And then as I set everything up for the dungeon, and then I have it prepared, and I set the camera up, and then I sit my ass on the bed, and then he's going to come jump and sit on the bed and lay right next to me, because for whatever reason, he has to be right there when I'm filming the dungeon. I don't know what it is. It is almost every single time I film the dungeon. I will sit on the bed and have the ring light on, the camera on, and be like, hey guys, welcome to my dungeon. And he curls up right on my leg. And the thing is, too, it gets hot. It gets so hot when I'm filming. And it's even worse when you have a fuzzy cat who is also emitting like 1,000 degrees of heat. It feels bad if he isn't there listening. I mean, I think he just has to be included. I think that's his thing, is he just always has to be included. Because also, too, I do voice memo diaries sometimes when I'm feeling overwhelmed and I just need to say stuff out loud because sometimes my brain is stupid. And if I say it out loud, then I'm like, ew, that is a bad idea, you know? So sometimes when I do those voice memos, I'll like go to my room and I'm sitting on the bed and I'm like, and then he'll come in and he'll be like, meow, meow, and then have to lay next to me. And I'm like, stop. So then I'll come into here and I'll sit in that chair and then he'll come around and be like, meh, meh. I'm like, you know, smart. It's also funny too, like kind of like listening back to some of them because there's like somewhere I'm like, I don't know, like should I move out of this apartment? Like Bob is just being really awful and I'm kind of nervous about like, you know, the move and like what if it's a bad call and it's going to be more expensive, but also too then I'll have like another room and I'll be on the tippy top floor and maybe that'll be better for my mental health. You know, so it's kind of like I did it, you know. Pros and cons list. But I think it goes back to like 2022. It's also funny because like I've been doing them for a while, and so a lot of them are like me crying, being like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I just don't. It's so hard for me to make friends, and now it's like all those 4 years later, and I'm like, same girl, same. Like damn, you couldn't have figured something out in the 4 years, but you know, I'm doing my best. You know, we thought maybe starting at a new gym could lead us to new friendship. So far, nothing, but that's okay, you know. The goal was to do Pilates, but we haven't done that yet. That's okay. We've been busy, you know. We've been also dealing with all the migraine shit, you know. That's also not been fun, but we keep going, you know. Maybe you'll find that anime t-shirt girly again. Maybe. Who knows? You had a friend named Bobby and you left him? Yeah. He also said he wanted to go shoot up a street of protesters. So maybe he wasn't the friend we thought he was. Did I tell y'all that? Also, too, though, I don't know if I want to be friends with, like, a 75-year-old man. Yeah, so, like, it was when, I think it was at the beginning of the, Palestine. Yeah, I'm trolling. Oh, well. I just wanna clarify. I do not support, but yeah. Kind of forgot about him. But not in a bad way. It just, you know, I've had my brain thinking about other things. Like, Mandalorian and Grogu, you know? I thought it was... have y'all seen it yet? I know I briefly talked about it before. But I didn't know if anyone had seen it again or since or whatever. I have not. Oh. What are y'all doing? You better hurry up. I keep repeating in my head. I don't want to spoil it, but I want to say what just a sentence that happened. Doing well, they made the money back for how much. Oh, good. Maybe they'll keep doing Mando stuff. Can I say a sentence of what they said? It's not a spoiler of the movie. It's just a sentence of... Ooh, I'm getting lightheaded again. Trying to catch my up on Star Wars lore. I think this radio will be out on Disney Plus. Damn, good luck. But the, Big pipe, eh? I can't stop. I'll just, like, randomly... I'll be, like, making lunch and I'll go, big pipe, eh? There's just so many little things. Bad baby. Anyway. I enjoyed it. It wasn't something where I was like, wow, that was a great movie. That was wow, what a good movie. But I was like, I was entertained. I was entertained. Amanda was coming. I know. A part of me was like, he doesn't know how to be a father, but I feel like he and Grogu have been around each other for a while. You know, surely he sees him as a baby and not a dog. But I kind of want to see it again, but I don't want to go to the theaters. Bro's like 60 years old. I know. Unk. Grogu's Unk. But also on my TikTok, I keep getting thirst traps of Mando. Which I'm not complaining about. They're good edits too, though. Like I'm like, damn, that's probably took you a while. Then there are only 3 Yoda species beings. I think so. Yeah, so far. Keeping them to yourself, huh? Perhaps. Oh, that reminds me. I have to show y'all something. I gotta put it in the Discord. Where's the videos? Is it just no? It's not movies. Do I? There it is. Nope. Okay, hold on. I gotta find it. No, that's my own TikTok. Oh, I did save one. Do you want to see the one? Okay, I'll send it. Okay. You fought me so hard. I guess I'll send it. Okay, I'm going to send the one originally first. I think this is the right one. It's the right one. It's the right one. It's the right one. Anyway, here's the one of the thirst traps. I'm gonna watch it myself right here, right now. Oh my god. The GIF popped up. I couldn't finish the video. Ahem. I like saving TikToks sometimes that come across my feed, and I send them to Adam, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "Why is that on your feed?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. It just showed up." I have been liking a lot of Mando TikToks because it's like big baby, bad baby, and so I'm like, "Hey, I'm easily entertained," and then all of a sudden I'll be like, I don't know, and Daddy's wrong, and Mando's like. And then, I'm just like, guess I gotta send that to Adam. He probably thinks I'm a degenerate, which is fine. It's Adam. He's been dealing with it for 10 years. But anyways, okay. I have to go film a dungeon, which you are. No. You play one Gooner game. You play one Gooner game and everyone thinks you're a degenerate. Which, speaking of... No, hold on. So if we play Paralives on You Stole My Fishy, dudes wanted me. What can I say? But now it's funny because now I just have Zane and Caleb, and I don't care about either of those, so they can just stay there. Silas, I think he's at level like 161 right now. It is so hard to get those levels up after you have like ascended all of their cards. Well, let me tell you. One, date everything doesn't exist. Anyway, so when we play Paralives, when we play Paralives, I think I'll probably make. Should I make a new Kate? That way y'all can see how what goes into making the characters. I will warn you, you can when I say you can edit anything, you can edit anything. Like the corners of the eyes, the eyelashes, the brow, the nose, the nostril, the neck, the fingers, the toes, it's everything. Like you can tweak it to like down to the bone. It's crazy. Um you can do height, you can do anyway, we will have to figure out one husbando. We have to pick one. Bet someone has made some diabolical characters. I bet Nate would make some really ugly people. Because he makes them atrocious in Dark Souls. Every time I go into the stream, I'm like, oh, support the bird. And he's like, oh, hey, Kate. And then he turns his character around, and it's like hideous. Like, you think they can't get uglier, and he somehow makes it uglier. Anyway, we'll have to figure out if it's going to be Astarion, Halcyon, Link, Silas, Benimaru. No, I'm not making you. They don't have pets yet. Am I not all of them? Okay, because I'm not a hooer. I am a hooer, but it honestly, it would take too long. When I play The Sims, I go into the Sims shore. I was gonna say shop and store. Damn, it would take too long. So we gotta pick one. When I have, if I can speak, when I made the account I'm using now, I just made me because it took so long. I took like 40 minutes to make myself. And I was like, there's no way you're gonna have me. Can you make fangs? I'm not sure. You can edit them afterwards. I like games where you can jump in and tweak looks later. I know you can do makeup. I don't know if you can do, like, you change their face. Can you have to do Astarion? Maybe. We'll have to figure out the main one. I make all of BTS. Okay, we're done. We're done. We could also too next stream, which would be tomorrow. We can do like a poll or something. I don't know. In my chair. Dude. Really? I also too had the realization just now. That's what you sound like. Someone, not naming names, someone only had chips and salsa for lunch. Not naming names. So someone may need to figure out what to do for an early dinner. Wonder who that could be. I don't know. It could be anyone, really. Oh, I'm so sorry. Was I not paying attention to you? Okay, my bad. Do you forgive me? Oh no, how will I ever live? What do you want from me, man? You want food? Do you want food? What do you want then? Do you want a treat? You want a treat? You want to pick you up? No, he wants me to pet him. Thor says you should get pizza. Bro, I need to eat like green. When the cup was here, I ate just whatever. I need like broccoli and kale and spinach and green beans and asparagus. I need green. I need things that grew from the earth. Yeah. Not you though. You have to have meat. You're only allowed meat. Even though your wet food has filler, which is not ideal, but we do our best. I cannot reach for okay. Will you share the seat with me? Thank you. Very kind of you. So kind. So one of those nice salads you had before? Yeah, the only thing is like, I'm so paranoid about breaking another bracket, even though I've broken one on food, and it was right after I got braces, and then I broke 2 from flossing. But I'm so scared I'm going to break another one, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'll eat, like, mashed potatoes, and I'll eat, spinach, and then I'll eat, like, I try to eat soft things anyway, because my teeth still kind of hurt. It's just, because it takes, like, it took me an hour and 15 minutes to get there, and then it took me an hour and 15 minutes back. I was there for 10 minutes. I spent, like, it wasn't the whole day, but it felt like the whole day driving. And the thing is, too, is, like, I don't know why, but for me, when I drive, I feel like I can't just drive. I feel like all of my sensors in my brain have to be on. If somebody's in the car and they're talking to me, I'm not fucking listening. I gotta drive, Like, I can't... Back to the not multitasking. Because, like, people in LA, they will dart into your lane immediately, and motorcycles are allowed to lane split. People drive erratically. And also trucks have stuff that flies off their cars. Like, there's so much to have to pay attention to. And then there's, like, the highways. You got to get on this highway. You got to get on that highway. And you want to make sure you're on the right one. And then, you have to get in this lane. You have to get in this lane. And and then there's traffic. And then, why is there traffic? Oh, it's because this old Volkswagen broke down in the middle of the highway. And so I'm on full alert. It requires 110% of my energy to drive. And, like, playing music, fine, I can play music. But if somebody's talking, because I don't have to think with music, I just la 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 la, just whatever. But whenever I go out and I drive, and then I get home, I'm like, and then I have to have, like, couch time, because it's so draining, and nobody else seems to know what I'm talking about. Whenever I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so tired from driving, they're like, didn't you drive for like 45 minutes? I'm like, yeah. Do you know how alert I had to be during that 45 minutes? I was like on the edge of my seat the entire time. Because I don't drive anymore. Ugh. Yeah, I was talking to Adam because I had to get gas, and I sent him a picture of the gas because my tank was like empty. And it was like $63 to fill up. And he's like, I remember when it was that cheap and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. I just had to drive an hour, almost an hour and a half to the dentist. You can walk to the dentist. And to the grocery store. And to a clothing store. And to a pharmacy. And he's like, yeah, so? I have to do this. And I live in a city. Do you see this shit? Do you see what I have to deal with? This whole time. That's his face pushed into my thigh, by the way. But this whole time, he was screaming at me for this. You can go see. Yeah, he's out. His ear didn't even flicker. Whale. I gotta get up now. I gotta end the stream. And I'm hungry. Ooh. You know what I could make? I could put chicken in a crock pot. You got anything? I do. I just... None of it's green. None of it's green. Because I bought chicken. Because I made the chicken bacon gnocchi soup. And so I have leftover chicken. I have cottage cheese. Do not disturb him. Don't tell me what to do. Enjoy the soup. Well, he said so, but I fucked it up. Because I was so stressed. I forgot to make the roux. And so it wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't as good. And I was really upset. But he said it was good, but I don't trust him. I fucked up the roux. The roux is very important for soups. So, has he had it before? No. For whatever reason, he just like every time like we go into Discord, oh okay, oh I'm gonna make some chicken bacon gnocchi soup. I'm like, no you're not. And he goes, yeah I'm not. But I'm gonna watch this YouTube video of Kate making chicken bacon gnocchi soup. I think he just likes saying it, but I just thought it would be funny if I made it for him, and it was. But and then I made the chocolate chip pound cake, but they didn't have the right pudding, and so I was like, oh, I'm sure this will be fine. It separated the colors. It was so weird. Like the top part was like a green brown, and then the bottom was like a warm red brown. And I was like, what the hell? It was still good though. Kate's Kitchen. Look, the only way Kate's Kitchen will come back is if the next apartment I move into has a proper kitchen. So when I started Kate's Kitchen, it was during COVID. And then do you remember the apartment I was in where it had like the giant balls for lights? That was ideal for Kate's Kitchen. That was like perfect setup for Kate's Kitchen. If I move into a place with a kitchen like that, then I will do streams of Kate's Kitchen. Not YouTube videos. But I will do streams of Kate's Kitchen. But my lease ends in April. And I don't know what the future holds. I would like to renew the lease. It's tough doing it it's hard, but it's also the two reasons why I don't want to do Kate's Kitchen is the setup of my kitchen right now would be so tedious to stream from because it's not like tiny, but it's too compact for it to be a good stream. And also I'm paranoid that people would see my kitchen and then be able to figure out where I live. I don't listen, just you gotta trust me on it. It freaks me out unless it's like a super random, He's snoring. In case y'all wondering. Crazy with that stuff? Yeah. I just like, if possible, I know it's not possible, unless something happens. If you were like, Kate, what would be your most ideal? I would love to have a house. I'd buy a house. And then I would like to have, I don't know if y'all, a lot of houses in LA have, like, either studio or one bedroom apartment, townhouses, whatever. It's like a house in the backyard. Or or it's like connected to the house, but most of the time it's unconnected. And then they rent that out to like pay off their mortgage, and it's really stupid. And they're like, oh, this really nice outside house, you know, it's got a full bath and a half kitchen, and you know, blah blah blah, and we're renting it for $3,200. And you're like, how the fuck are you renting this piece of shit for $3,200? Anyway, point of the story. If you want to look up, it's crazy. So my ideal is if I have like either maybe like a 3-bedroom to 4-bedroom house, right? Because we would have the bedroom, and then the stream room, and then a guest room. It'd be nice to have a Thor room, you know? Where I could have his litter and all of his cat towers. I feel like that would be nice. Anyway, ideally, hobby room. Oh, genius. I could have all my plushies in there. Okay, sorry. So, like, yeah, 4-bedroom, and then have a house in the back. So that way Gage can have a place to live. And then Gage can live with me, and then I can give him cheap rent, and then I can have my brother close. And not to like shun Garrett. Garrett's got his own life. he's got a wife. He's happy in his own. You know, Gage is unhappy. Gage is like, when are you gonna buy a house? And I'm like, I'm working on it. And he's like, okay, well, buy it. Work faster. And I'm like, I'm trying. If Garrett wanted to live in another back house, then I'd have to figure that out too. But you know, he's got his own. He likes to figure things out himself. Gage just kind of looks at me and is like, figure it out for us. And I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, so the perks of being the youngest sibling. Anyway, so ideally that would be perfect, because then when my mom visits, or like my aunts and uncles or whatever, then I can have a guest room, right? And then they can just stay in the house. And then Gage is in the back. I don't really care about having a pool. I think it'd be nice, but it's not like, because then you have to take care of it, and it's like, ugh, you know? So I'm not like itching to have a pool. But then, you know, if I have a house, I don't have to worry about moving unless I have a creepy neighbor. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? In a perfect world, I have to maintain a pool, trust me. Oh, that's the thing, is like, I do trust you. Like, I can imagine, like, it would suck. I can imagine it would suck. But, you know, we're saying, like, in a perfect world, me having a house in Los Angeles is not going to happen. Unless I write the book and it, like, pops off. I don't know how much authors make, though. I can't imagine it's a lot. Unless it, like, pops off. Could you imagine if it popped off and then, like, a year and a half or 2 years from now, y'all are like, I was here. Seen they do well? Really? They're probably like the instant. I know. Tell me about it. Could you imagine? That'd be crazy. I hope. What if I have to pull a lights out? What if I have to write, like, just the nastiest, smuttiest, shocking smut to then get my name in the game? That'd be awful. I don't want to write about Pepe's. I could. I am a strange being. It'd be the best, nasty, dirty. Y'all would read it and be like, ugh. I can't look at her anymore. I can't look at her. The way she wrote about Ramatra, ugh. But I gotta support her, man. Like, I'm a cooter. This is what I do. Ugh. Could you imagine? $20 is $20. We'll see. I don't plan on it. I don't plan on it. She said, what about that robo-peen? Oh, God. About peens as they're drawn in power wash? Ugh. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna write, and I'm gonna try to be the best writer I can possibly be, you know? I have the witch story. I have the, definitely not Star Wars inspired story. We got the robot story. We got the, mermaid story. May or may not have come up with another story because that stupid Jester TikTok. I thought of an idea when I was on the treadmill and I was like, Kate, we cannot do this. We cannot do this. Make all the characters white-haired and lustful. Okay. There's only one character that has white hair, okay? It's so in the witch story, the love interest has black hair. In the definitely not a Jedi based, definitely not. Nope, it's my own creation. He has white hair, and he may or may not look like a certain white-haired demon from a mobile app. He may be inspired off of that. He may not be. I don't know. It's crazy. Then the robot obviously does not have hair because he is a robot. Very sexy robot. Sorry. Anyway, he has red eyes. And no. Kate, yeah. What's up? What's good? We're just chatting. Go eat. Oh, I thought you were going to chew me out for the sexy robot bit. Yeah, I do need to go eat. And then the mermaid has purple hair. No reason. No other reason. It's just for the vibe, you know. Just for the vibe. I should go eat. And also, I probably need to write. I haven't written in a while. Won't be lights out, will be robots. You know what, though? You know what? It would be good. I'm not going to write something about members or velvety folds. Ugh. Ugh. No knife play? No. Having flashbacks. Although I will say though, I think doing that audio reading. I don't know what man read that. I got clips of it on TikTok and I was like, okay, you know what? I see now. I get it. That guy deserves a raise. He read that so funny. It was so good. He did such a great job at it. I understand. You sleeping? You want to get up and get some food? I don't think he wants to get up and get food. Do you want food? Oh, you do want food? You want to get some wet food? Yep. I hate the book, but they made it possible for me to listen. Yeah. Book was rough. I have been reading the Listen to Your Sister though. It's so far it's fine. I don't really know what's going on. She just talks a lot about her nightmares, but you know, I'm probably not there yet. So, it also too is not it's about racism a little bit. And so how do I word this? The characters they're like, it's during like the Black Lives Matter and all the characters are black. And so it's talking about stuff that I wouldn't have experienced because I am clearly a ghost. Which is fine. Like, it's fine to, like, I'm just reading, you know, but it's not something where I'm like, I relate to this, which is okay. I don't have to relate to it. I'm listening, you know, that's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do, is we're just supposed to listen to other people's experiences. But the main reason of me, oh God, I'm just, it's going in between like real life and then she's in a dream of like bad things happening to her brothers, which is, I also too experienced dreams like that as an older sister. And so I'm the part that I just read, I thought it was real life, but it was a dream. And so that's where I'm getting, I also am reading it when I'm really tired, which is probably not helping the confusion. But so far though, it's interesting. I just don't know where it's going. Because it sounds like there's been like things happening in the book, sounds like paranormal. But then it like snaps back to reality. And so I'm like, what's happening? You know? I don't know how to describe this. This is why I need to fix my book reviews, because I'm like, la 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 la, you know? Doing a dungeon on this. I just still want to figure out a better way to do my book reviews. And I have not done my homework. But my defense, we had a cup visiting. I'm just going to blame him for everything. I'm just going to blame the cup. But in my defense, it's because I was like, hey guys, we're going to go do this. Hey guys, we're going to go do this. Hey guys, we're going to go do this. And so it was like, oh, toodaloo, Thor, see you later. Instead of doing big scene, you could do headshots of characters and show them on screen when you mention them. That is a good idea. The only problem is I cannot draw people. I can do cartoons. I cannot do people. I could try, though. I don't know. Yeah, your version of them? I don't think it would look good. Why are you, like, hanging halfway off the chair? Is that even comfortable? He's got his, like, head hanging off the chair. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go figure out what to eat. See what I have. I'm gonna get up. Yeah. Okay, well. Yeah, I'm leaving. Ta-da-la, toodaloo, ta-da-la. What the hell? Okay. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching me paint something. It'll get there. It'll get there. Toodaloo, ta-ta. Thanks for coming to the stream. Oh, wait. Is there anyone that we can raid? Should we raid? Should we just disperse? I'm very good at dispersing. I do like dispersing. Maybe I should disperse. I think I'm going to disperse. Toodaloo, ta-ta. Farewell. Almost just hit chat instead of in stream. Thanks for the follows and the subs and the bits and the chattings and the hanging outs and da-da-da.